All right. So today what we're going to be diving into is the 10K promo and getting reps to 10K, how to get reps to 10K, the importance of getting to 10K, and the things that you unlock at that level. So first things first, what I want to make very clear to all the reps out there and to all the managers out there is that if your rep does, or if you do 40 demos with 40 Mac customers that are married between the ages of 30 and 60 and live in a house, you will hit 10K. It is guaranteed. It is a absolute fact. I've never seen a rep do 40 demos with 40 Mac customers and never hit 10K. It just doesn't happen. So breaking down how to get to 10K is really just breaking down their names list and really just breaking down who can we show and who are the best people to show Cutco to. When you put Cutco in front of the right people, they will buy. And so a lot of reps get really confused by that because they're saying like, Trey, I'm doing all these demos. I've done over 40 appointments. I'm at 6K or I'm at 7K and I haven't hit dirty 30 yet. And it's because they haven't done them all with Mac customers. So the base ground philosophy for getting to 10K is 40 demos with 40 Mac customers. It's as simple as that, and break it down as simple as that to your reps. Just like, have you done 40 demos with 40 Mac customers? And they're going to say, but no, you haven't. So you haven't hit 10K yet. So let's break down and see how many demos you need to get to that next level to get you to 10K. So if they're at like 6K, just like, all right, cool. It's going to take about 20 demos to get that another $4,000, give or take. Let's just shoot for another 20. Let's just shoot for another 20 to get to that 4,000s. Let's guarantee it. So that's going to be a really important piece and really important aspect of making sure that they're doing demos with Mac customers. Next fun thing to getting reps at 10K is 10 calls a day is the 10K way. Making 10 calls a day is the 10K way. And it's all about consistency. Getting to 10K is about consistency, is about consistently making your phone calls, consistently having demos ahead, and just consistently booking demos. You're not going to magically book demos and magically hit 10K. It's going to take work. So making 10 calls a day. Hey, are you going to wake up and make 5 phone calls at night, 5 phone calls in the morning, 10 phone calls before you eat dinner, 10 phone calls before you eat breakfast, whatever it might be. But you just want to make sure your reps are constantly phoning, and at a baseline minimum, making 10 phone calls a day will help them hit 10K. Next, which is one of my favorite things to do, and you can do this in a PC, is their Dirty 30 birthday. Their Dirty 30 birthday. Now, this is fun. So what I would do with the rep, I would say, hey, you haven't hit 10K yet. Let's pick a day that'll be your Dirty 30 birthday. And by this day, you will hit 10K, or you're going to hit 10K on this day. And it's going to be your 10K birthday. It's going to be your Dirty 30 birthday. So let's say it's January 1st, and they're like, hey, by January 30th, I want to be able to hit 10K. Okay, perfect. You have 30 days to do this, 30 days to complete 40 demos. Some days it's almost a demo a day. If you stack the weekends up with 2 or 3 demos a day, you'll definitely hit it by January 30th. And so just working and doing a goal breakdown from like backwards from that day and picking that day. And then every PC that you do, every time you're on PDI with them, just be like, hey, are we on pace for our Dirty 30 birthday? Hey, have you made your phone calls? I know that today we're supposed to do 2 demos today or 3 demos today or have this many appointments. Were you able to complete those appointments to get to your Dirty 30 birthday as soon as possible and as quick as possible? And what this does is it's a fun thing, right? Because then you get to celebrate their Dirty 30 birthday. They'll have it in their calendar forever. So you can be like, oh, I remember 6 years ago or 2 years ago or 3 months ago on this day, I hit my Dirty 30 birthday. So Dirty 30 birthday, just picking a day and just doing a reverse goal breakdown from there. Next is always talking about Dirty 30 and always talking about the importance of Dirty 30. Once you get to Dirty 30, that's when you really unlock this job. And that's when the rep position gets fun. It gets a lot of fun after you hit 10K. So just constantly over PDI, team meetings, PCs, phone jams, team meetings, constantly be talking about Dirty 30 and how cool it is to get to Dirty 30 and the things that you get with Dirty 30. But the most important part and the most important reason why we push our reps to get to Dirty 30 as quick as possible is because you get to work part-time but make full-time income. So this is where you really get to paint the picture of the importance of Dirty 30. So like, let's say your rep is at right under their first promotion, and they sell a homemaker $1,000. You're like, cool, dude, you just made $150 off that demo. But imagine if you were at 30% and you made $300 after selling that homemaker or whatever you sold. They're like, yeah, that would have been really cool. Yeah, it would have been really cool to make double what you're making. You're putting in the same amount of work, but receiving triple or double the reward. Let's get to dirty 30 as soon as possible. Right. So it's painting that picture of like every time they make a sale, it's like, dude, you just made $100 or you just made $150. But now imagine if you're at dirty 30. Like imagine if that's the order that puts you at 30%. Or imagine being able to not have to work and hit your income goals quicker because you're at dirty 30. There's a rep on our team. She was talking to me. She's like, Trey, my rent is $300 a month. $300, that's my rent. I live with a bunch of my roommates. I'm in college currently, and I just need to make $300 a month to make sure that I guarantee that I have rent. And she ended up becoming a 10K fast starter. And after she hit her 10K promo, and I was like, cool, you got rent for the next like 3 months. And she was like, yep. And so now, since some time has passed, I'm like, hey, let's sell a homemaker and let's pay the rent. She's like, yeah, let's do it. And now she understands the importance of getting to dirty 30, and she got to dirty 30 a lot quicker than a lot of other reps. But now she's really reaping the rewards and reaping the benefits because now she's working less than part-time, but still being able to cover all of her bills and being able to cover all of her expenses. So that part-time work, full-time income. And so just painting the picture of like, dude, imagine being able to work part-time, do less demos, and make more money. They're like, that sounds awesome. You're like, exactly. Get to dirty 30, get to 30%. And so it's just constantly painting the picture. Anytime you have the chance and the opportunity to mention dirty 30 or how cool it would be if you did this at 30%, or imagine how cool it's going to be to hit dirty 30 on your dirty 30 birthday is going to be huge. Not to mention, I know in Rocky Mountain Division, we do this. You get qualified for the dirty 30 event. We go to Nuggets games, Rockies games. We went whitewater rafting a couple times. So whatever it might be, maybe it might be a nice dinner or something like that. But whatever it might be, it's like, hey, now you get that dirty 30 event at the end of the campaign because you qualified for it. So it's like hitting 10K every single campaign. It doesn't matter if you're part-time, full-time, anyone and everyone should be able to hit dirty 30 in a single campaign and go to that dirty 30 event. There's no reason that you can't do that. So just be constantly painting the picture, constantly talking about it, constantly showing off reps who have hit 10K, and just really talking about that constantly. And then what the beauty of this is so imagine SC1, they're going through their fast start. They just finished. They went through their fast start. They have like a week before SC1, and you're gearing up for SC2. Like, dude, you need to hit dirty 30 before SC2, because now when you sell $10,000 in your push during SC2, instead of making $2,000, you make $3,000. How cool would that be to make an extra $1,000 for the same amount of work you've already put in? An extra $1,000 to put in the same amount of work. That's the importance of getting to dirty 30. Like, yeah, that's really fucking cool. And then you'll have even bigger SC1 and SC2. If you just paint the picture like that, even getting ready for SC1 or any push week or any competition, just be like, hey, let's try to get to dirty 30 before that. So you have going in with a ton of momentum, ton of recommendations, tons of names list. And then if you hit another 10K, you're making another $3,000. That's what dirty 30 does. It just painting the picture, getting them to get to that point as soon as possible and as quick as possible is going to be huge. So just to review, complete 40 demos with 40 MAC customers, 10 calls a day, and you'll hit 10K. Dirty 30 birthday, break down do a goal breakdown of how long it will take for them to get to dirty 30. Part-time work, full-time income, and then just constantly painting the picture. And that's how you get to 10K.